Welcome to UticaTV Overtime. I'm James Brown.
And I'm Corinne Bush. Before we get started, we would like to thank Spectrum for their fast internet service and for helping to make UticaTV Overtime possible. To sign up for Spectrum internet or mobile service, please call 1-800-831-1547 or use the QR code shown. Tell them UticaTV sent you.
Now let's get into the action. The Utica Pioneers softball team looked to bounce back after a doubleheader defeat against RPI the day before as they faced off against SUNY Poly in a doubleheader at home. The scoring got started in the bottom of the second in this one as Rachel Little got on base thanks to a walk and an error from SUNY Poly. The Pioneers had one run on the board. After that lone run, Jordan Conti and the SUNY Poly pitcher both threw 3 spotless innings in a row, and it was quickly the top of the 6th inning. However, with one swing of the bat, the Wildcats slapped a home run over the center field fence and took a 1-run lead. The Pioneers were able to get a run back in the bottom of the 6th after a fielding error from the Wildcats right fielder. After a great inning from Maggie Habernig, the Pioneers came up to bat in the bottom of the 7th with a chance to walk the game off. And that's just what they did as Jennifer Rodriguez walked up to the plate with runners on 2nd and 3rd, and she delivered the clutch oppo field hit as the Pioneers would win this game 3-2. Game 2 saw SUNY Poly lead early 2-1, but not for long as in the bottom of the 2nd, the Pioneers would put up 3 more runs, including the first home run of the season for Abigail Sachs. In the 3rd and 4th innings, they were both scoreless for both teams, as in the 5th inning, the SUNY Poly would get a 2-out RBI single to tie the game at 4. The bottom of the 5th, however, was a scoring bonanza for the Pioneers as Jennifer Rodriguez homered, Frankie Luster, Brooke Beliza, Rachel Little, Maddie Zuliger, and Abigail Sachs would all drive in runs in the inning, and just like that, the game would end in a mercy rule as the Pioneers went up 8 runs and went on to win 12-4.
The Utica Pioneers women's lacrosse team faced off against Hartwick College last Wednesday at home. The Pioneers pulled ahead quickly in this one as Samantha DeCondo and Alyssa Drell put shots past the Hartwick keeper in the first couple of minutes in the first quarter. However, in 20 minutes or so of game time, Hartwick scored 8 straight goals to take a commanding 6-goal lead. Through the adversity, the Pioneers scored 4 straight goals of their own to cut the lead to 2 with 4 minutes left in the half. After some back and forth in the 3rd quarter, the Pioneers tied the game thanks to a trio of goals from Alyssa Pisano, Abigail Gerling, and Grace Stolman. But Hartwick got right back to it and scored a trio of their own going into the final quarter. In the 4th, DeCondo and Stolman scored again, but Hartwick got another to go in with just over 9 minutes remaining. The score was 13-11, and Utica took it to another level by scoring 4 unanswered goals, as they would go on to win in a thriller 15-13.
The Utica University men's lacrosse team went up against Keuka College last Wednesday at home in a scoring affair. The first quarter saw the Pioneers lead 5-2 by the end of it thanks to some goals from Connor Costanza, Sam Serrano, John Spoto, and 2 from Ryan Constantine. The second quarter was a better quarter for the Wolves as they were able to keep the Pioneer offense at bay, with Utica only putting up 2 goals in the quarter. The Pioneers took a 7-4 lead into halftime. It must have been an amazing speech from Coach Behan because the Pioneers came out of the locker room with some fire. Keuka was able to score 3 times, but the Utica was able to put 8 shots past the Wolves goalie in the 3rd quarter. Ryan Constantine picked up his 4th and 5th goals, and Sam Serrano had secured his hat trick as well. Caden Frey, John Spoto, and Lucas Donahue also scored in the quarter. The 4th quarter saw Serrano get his 5th of the game to tie Constantine on the night, and Utica would defeat Keuka 16-10 in a highly competitive match.
The Utica Pioneers had another Empire 8 doubleheader at home yesterday on Greenwood Field against the Houghton University Highlanders as they looked to continue their undefeated home game winning streak. In Game 1, Jordan Conti took the mound, and after giving up an RBI double in the first, she settled in for the next 3 innings, allowing 0 runs. The Pioneers' bats got hot in the 2nd inning as Utica tied it back up thanks to an RBI double of their own off the bat of Cassidy Dorian. In the bottom of the 3rd, Frankie Luster drove in a run on an RBI groundout, and then Maddie Zuliger absolutely smacked the ball over the fence and left to give the Pioneers a 2-run lead. More of the same in the top of the 4th as Lauren Paul joined in on the home run party as she too hit the ball over the left field fence, extending the Pioneers' lead to 3. The 4-1 lead saw itself shrink in the top of the 5th as Houghton got 2 runs back, but Maggie Haberning was able to take the ball in the 6th and 7th and preserve the lead as she would go on to get the save, and Utica would win Game 1 of the doubleheader 5-3. Game 2 saw Pioneer dominance as they scored at least 1 run in every inning in this one. Early in the first inning, Utica took the lead thanks to an RBI based hit from Zuliger. In the second, Emily Joss and Lusters also knocked in some RBIs as the Pioneers extended the lead to 3 in the second. The third and fourth innings saw Rachel Little double off the fence and Jennifer Rodriguez drive in 2. Amanda Chavaria would eventually bring Rodriguez in to score after an error from the Houghton left fielder. The Highlanders put a run on the board in the 5th, but Utica ended this one early after they took the 8-run lead necessary to enact the mercy rule as the Pioneers would win the game 9-1. Kylie Murray pitched a complete game for the Pioneers as she only allowed 1 run, 4 hits, and 3 walks.
Now let's look ahead to what's coming up this week. The women's lacrosse team will be hosting the Russell Sage Gators for the annual Mike Parnell game this Wednesday. Mike Parnell was a Utica graduate in 2002 and the men's lacrosse coach for 16 seasons until his unexpected passing. He is honored for his accomplishments as a coach and as a man in the Utica community by both the men's and women's teams every year with this game. The women's team is set to play Sage this Wednesday, April 24th at 4 p.m. at Gaetano Stadium.
The men's team will also host Russell Sage for their Mike Parnell game following the women's game. The game is set to start at 7 p.m. this Wednesday, April 24th. There is a lot on the line in this one, so make sure to come out to Gaetano Stadium to support your Pioneers.
The softball team will continue their journey through conference play when they take on Keuka College for a doubleheader on Thursday, April 25th. The Pioneers come into this game with an incredible 10-0 record at home, so this will be a challenge for the Wolves. Conference tournament play is coming up in just a few weeks, so this doubleheader will be crucial for both teams. Game 1 is set to start at 4 p.m. and Game 2 will begin at 6 p.m.
The men's lacrosse team will play their senior day game versus St. John Fisher this Saturday, April 27th. Fisher struggled in non-conference play to start the year, but they've started to get hot recently as they've posted an undefeated record in conference play. The Pioneers will be looking to finish their season strong on their senior day, so make sure to come out to Gaetano Stadium this Saturday at 1 p.m.
The Utica softball team will be back in action this Saturday when they host Russell Sage for yet another Empire 8 doubleheader. This will be the last 2 home games the Pioneers will play in the regular season, so you don't want to miss it. First pitch for Game 1 is set for 1 p.m. and Game 2 is scheduled for 3 p.m. Make sure to come out to Greenman Field to support the softball team in their home finale. And that's all the Utica sports we have for you this semester.
Be sure to follow us on social media at UticaUTV on Instagram and visit our website at UticaUTV.org.
Thank you all so much for watching all semester. Enjoy your summer and always remember to
Fear the moose.